Hey guys, welcome to the first development video for Road of the Dead 2. Basically what I'm doing right now is dealing with the fact that when you make games with good graphics in Flash, uh, you'll usually have to end up doing converting your vector graphics to PNG images. And this is the case for Road of the Dead 2. Sick Dead Fiend makes pretty awesome animations, but he puts a lot of details in his vector graphics. So, my computer's frozen right now. Okay. So that makes it impossible for me to keep the graphics in vector graphics. I have no choice but to convert everything to images. It's pretty bad for the file size, but it's essential for the performance of the game. So even though this is not super detailed, it's once you have like 10 zombies on screen, it's gonna lag like hell unless they're all images. And it's been done before in Road of the Dead 1, and so the old animations are already done, but I have to do it for the new animations. So as you can see, if I zoom in, you'll see that these are images, while this new animation is clearly vector graphics. When you zoom in on vector graphics, you don't get the pixelated effect, but this is clearly a PNG. It's a series of PNGs, in fact. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I've done it for a lot of the objects in the game, and I'm done with the civilians. I have here all the characters in the game. The soldiers done, the civilians are done. I've done this zombie yesterday, and now I'm doing this one. So it's a pain in the ass, but it's got to be done. So what I'm doing for this, I created a little tool in Flash that will export all the frames in PNG. So I'm not gonna take the blood here. This blood is gonna stay there as either as vector graphics, or I'm gonna convert it to PNG on its own. I'm just gonna take the character animation itself. So you got a bunch of animations. All these are new, and they need to be images now. So I'm gonna take all this first. I'm gonna copy paste all these frames in another graphics, another Flash symbol. I'm gonna call it normal zombie male new unease. I'm gonna use all the frames I just copied. And now I have all this stuff here. The mask that you see here is done something pretty clever. We put a bunch of Easter eggs for a bunch of holidays. So throughout the year, the game will have like some special stuff on special days, like a Friday the 13th mask on Friday the 13th on Halloween and stuff like that. Like water barrels are converted to beer kegs on some special day, like St. Patrick's Day. So we've put all these Easter eggs in the game already, and on the special days the game will change by itself even after it's released. So we don't need this for the current task. I'm gonna remove this, and also remove the blood. Like I said, it's not gonna be part of the animation. Do this, remove the blood. And the other thing we do when we do this, when we convert all the vector graphics to PNGs, is that we'll usually leave one frame out of two out of the animation, so it's gonna be like a 15 frame per second animation instead of 30 frame per second. So to do that, I'll split my animation here just to be clear. So this is one. This is 3 animations, so we're gonna separate them. Put a split here. So like this. And so then what we do, well, I will just put every frame as a keyframe so I can it's a pretty tedious process, but it's gotta be done. And then what I do is I just remove one frame out of two, like this. It's pretty stupid. Actually, I think I did it wrong. Gotta back up just a bit, because I want to keep the last frame intact. Okay. Get back here. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty tedious. Making games is fun, but there's definitely some really shitty parts in it. Oops, I don't need the last keyframe. Actually, no, I don't. Okay. This one I'll keep it though, the last frame, because it's the animation where you shoot a zombie that's eating a corpse on the ground. I need the last frame that is like the zombie laying down flat on the ground. So I'll keep it. I don't need this last frame. Okay, so I'm gonna leave just one empty frame between the animations. So I'm doing some operations here. I'm not gonna go into details for them, but okay. Need to do this. In the background, I'm playing the Saga of the Dead soundtrack we're working on. So it's gonna put together the music from Road of the Dead 1, Road of the Dead 2, Lab of the Dead, and Range of the Dead. And we're probably gonna sell that on iTunes or something like that. So this guy is ready for to export. My little tool goes over all the... oh shit, forgot something. Just gotta go here and remove the second frames of these arms. It's using the arms of the zombie arms that can be blown up. In Road of the Dead 2, when there's a zombie on your hood, you can shoot its arms off. Sorry, that was hard to say. So I don't need these arms here. These second frames with the stumps. I need them to be gone. All right, let's try again. So, like I was saying, it goes over all the frames and then exports. I'm gonna put this in the different folder. Male zombie. And and then we just press enter over and over until it's done. And we wait. Me, I just put like I put my my broken Android tablet on the keyboard, so it's just laying down on the enter key. So I don't need to press myself. I just let it go by itself. It's very tedious, yes. Having all these images in the game is actually it's really bad for the file size, but for now I don't worry about that. I'm just making sure all the content is in there, and later on I'm gonna work on optimizing all that stuff, whether it's the sounds or removing some images or whatever I need to do to keep the file size down, but it's surely gonna be at least 35 megs for Road of the Dead 2. Road of the Dead 1 was 25 megs, about that. Alright, so now it says it's done, so it's done. And Jim's talking to me. What do you want? Jim's working on the patterns, so all the game sections where you put all the obstacles and everything. Okay, so since we have all the images now, we could import them here in Flash. So I know first we need to do some cropping in Photoshop. Because the tool exports the images centered like this. So if there was space over the graphics, it adds the similar space below it. So you can see the bottom is all empty because it takes space in the upper region. I'm not gonna go into details why it does that, but it does that for a reason. I would need to adapt my tool to not do it in the case I know I don't need to. But it's alright, I just need to run a batch script in Photoshop to fix all this really quick. Okay, 36. I just do an action in. Actually, run this one. Yeah, just use like an action in Photoshop so I can run the action in batch. So it's called Crop Zombie. I don't know if you're aware of these tricks in Photoshop, but it's pretty useful. I messed it up. Just gotta do it again. Alright, take two. It's called Crop Zombie. Just do a selection, do a crop, and the action is done. I'm gonna run it on all these images I just exported. So Jim's having problems with some of the patterns. I don't know. I hope this is not too boring for you guys, but just like just wanted to show you like the process of making this game. So don't worry, I won't do that for all the zombies. Just want to go through all the process with you guys for one zombie. You'll see the sort of work we're doing here. Can be pretty tedious. Alright, so now the images are cropped, so that's good. So when you export an image in Flash, if it detects that it's a series of images with the right numbers, it's going to ask you if it's a sequence. In our case, it is. So it exported the first animation here. Damn it. So as you can see now, it's definitely an image. The smoothing is not enabled, that's why it's very pixelated. When you activate the smoothing in Flash, you'll see the pixel effect will go away just a little bit. It's going to be more blurry than pixely. That's actually better, like this. I'll do it for all the images later. So that's one image, that's one animation. Second one is that was getting shot in the head from the front side. This is getting shot in the head from the front side. Shot, and next one is it's feeding from a corpse. Nom 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 nom. Oh fuck, shit. Okay, I screwed up. See the Jason mask is in there. It's not good. Damn it. Need to do it again. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording while I redo this because it's super boring for you, and I'll be back at exactly the same point here. Okay, I'm back, and as you see, the zombie doesn't have the mask anymore, so that's what we wanted. So I just did the same process, it's just that I removed the mask from the source material. Alright, so that's one animation. The other one is getting shot while eating a corpse. I actually found out that the other zombie I did before also has this issue with the mask while he's eating. So I'm gonna have to fix that later. Alright, so this is that. And finally, the get up animation. So if later I need to optimize, well, not if, I will need to optimize, and probably these the eating animation and getting up animation is gonna get cut quite a lot, like use a lot less frames for it. So that's gonna save space for many images. Okay. Seems like I imported the wrong animation. What the hell? Okay, that's the right one. As you can see, the legs are pretty messed up there, but it doesn't matter because there's a big corpse in front of it when he's eating. Alright, so now that these PNG animations are in here, we actually need to put back the frames that we removed from before. Just again, another tedious process. Okay. And then we need to bring back these animations where they belong. So this is the headshot here. We also need to, the animation is supposed to be around here at the center point here, but it's down there because when I import the images it puts it somewhere else, I don't know why. So later on I'll need to bring back all the animations at the center point. So all these keyframes are now useless because we now have the PNG animation. The next animation here. Headshot right here. Again, we remove these useless frames. I guess I should be talking because this is very boring for you. It's pretty boring for me as well. Like I said, when you make games it's very cool, but there's some parts that are really painful to work on. I have to do this for like 5 other zombies. Alright, let's get through this. This is the eating animation. Here. So I'll actually need to add the mask again over every frame. I don't know how I'll do it. I guess I'll just make feeding zombies not have the mask. That's just a simpler solution here. Because not all zombies will have the holiday Easter eggs. I'll just make sure feeding zombies don't use it. That's gonna fix my problem. Just gonna export the other zombie that's broken like this. So this mask here is gonna be useless now. I can show you like the actual stuff. There's a Friday mask, there's a Mardi Gras mask, there's the the St. Patrick's green hat, bunny ears for stuff, bunny ears for Easter. Actually, I shouldn't show you that. It's an Easter egg, but whatever. If you're sneaky enough to check this video, then you're lucky. You're gonna see some stuff. The Santa hat here. And, there's also something for the Madness Day on Newgrounds. So now you know the secrets. Alright, so this is now useless. So like I said, I need to bring back all these animations at the right spot. So I'm gonna lock all the layers except the one I will need to work on. And gotta grab all the frames and bring it back where it belongs. That's good enough. Probably not. Okay, so now it's too high. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's compare with the sidewalking animation. So it needs to be a little more on the right. Okay. So that's kind of weird. Seems like the animation is not imported properly. See, this is too low. Yeah, that's pretty weird. It's like all over the place. So we're just gonna try to align this properly. It needs to be higher. That's the kind of stuff I can fix later as well. Probably will need to. So if he's feeding and getting up, I don't know if it matches. That's really weird. Anyway. So yeah, I'll probably have to tweak this later, but that's not something I'm gonna go through with you. So yeah, that's I think that's it. Like going through the process of converting the vector graphics to PNGs can be pretty tedious, but it's a necessary task. Before I leave you, I can show you the different zombies that we have. So we have well, they're not zombies, but the soldiers from Road of the Dead 1. They're still there, not in the story mode, but in the another challenge mode that we have, where you're the military fighting against the military. So that's pretty cool. The civilians are still there. That's the old zombies here. They have the mask here, but in game it's hidden. And this is one of the new zombies. It's pretty awesome. That's another new zombie. And now we have oops, I messed up here. Okay. Now we have the soldier zombies, who are also pretty awesome. Damn. So yeah, soldier zombie, and then you know, this one is the mutant, but now it's more deadlier than ever. It's gonna. The mutants are like the Road of the Dead ones choppers. They're really really hard to get rid of. They're gonna run at you and jump on your hood and run ahead of you and then charge you back and everything. So there's like jumping animations and everything. Should be pretty awesome. And yeah. Oh, that's the corpse when the zombies are eating. That's what they're eating. It's in front of them like this. Alright, so I think that's it for the first development video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty long, it's pretty boring, but just wanted to show you the process of making this game. Well, a part of it, and later on I'll do another video about another topic, or maybe just bug fixing and tweaking. So, alright, thanks for watching. Bye.